Jean-Baptiste Ramirezson is a vegetable farmer in Madagascar's highlands. 10 years ago, he made a switch in the fertilizers that he used to help gain more profit. Previously, he had used chemical fertilizers that helped his crops grow fast, but it was way too expensive for him to continuously buy. So he made a switch to a special type of organic fertilizer. This organic fertilizer is bat manure. That's right, bat manure, also known as guano by Malagasy people. Guano is known to produce more production over a longer period of time than chemical fertilizers. Who would have thought that bat droppings would allow the people in Madagascar to gain more profit through their crops? Madagascar is located in the southeast island off of Africa and is considered the fourth largest island in the world. Madagascar is a very poor country, and it was estimated recently that 50% of the population lives below the poverty line. With a poor country comes not too many lucrative jobs. Many Malagasy people are known to live off $1 a day. 60% of the island is suitable to grow crops, so the majority of jobs in the country are in agriculture. Jobs are also found in the mining industry and textile industry. Agriculture employs the majority of Madagascar's population. In fact, 75% of Madagascar's workforce is employed through agriculture. Rice is the #1 crop produced and is the leading export for Madagascar. According to Nations Encyclopedia, large-scale plantations dominate the production of sugarcane, tobacco, bananas, and cotton, but overall Malagasy agriculture is dependent mainly on small-scale farms. Madagascar has an extremely tropical climate, which can be challenging for the farmers. When the rain becomes torrential and withstanding, many crops can be destroyed from floods that break out across the island. The temperatures are not too bad though. The highs are usually around the 70s and the lows in the 50s. So farmers can have a very challenging time with their crops because of the rainy climate, but since the temperatures are moderately cool, farmers have a little less of a tedious job. The second biggest industry in Madagascar is the mining industry. Ilmenite is a mineral that is popular in the mining industry. According to Manga Bay, the author Edward Carver states, in Madagascar, Rio Tinto operates through QMM, which is 80% owned by the Rio Tinto and, at least on paper, 20% by the government of Madagascar. Rio Tinto provides jobs for many Malagasy people. Once ilmenite is mined, QMM sends it to many countries, most notably Canada. Mining is a very insecure job in Madagascar, and recently a few groups of miners have gone on strike against the mining companies that they're employed for. The textile industry in Madagascar has recently been back on the rise after its major troubles the past 10 years. According to Just Style, the author Joseph de Coster proclaims, most fabrics have to be imported, electricity supply is problematic, and the road infrastructure is poor. These problems can be very detrimental to the industry that brings in a substantial amount of money to Madagascar's economy. At one time, Madagascar was the second largest sub-Saharan African exporter of clothing to the European Union, estimated at about $196 million in exports. The mining industry is very bustling around the cities of Madagascar. If you were to visit, you would see many vendors on the streets trying to sell and trade their clothing to other Malagasy people. Madagascar is notably known for their agriculture, mining, and textile industries. These three industries provide the most jobs to Malagasy people and are the top pay makers for the country's economy. The farmers are very hard workers in this country and have to go through some grueling times with their crops because of the torrential rainfall throughout the country. At least the Malagasy people now have a fertilizer that can help strengthen their soil, which comes in the form of bat manure. Yes, bat manure. Done, bull.